Okay, so good afternoon everyone. Today, ipagpapatuloy natin yung discussion natin dun sa nakaraang video, which is worded problems. So, under worded problems, na-discuss na po natin yung proportions and variations, digit problems, age problems, motion problems, word problems, mixture problems, and yung today na di-discuss ko is the clock problem. No? Then after discussing the clock problem, I will be giving an example, 24 at 25 examples ng mga problems or ng mga worded problems na para at least mas mapamiliarize ninyo or mas matuto kayo kung paano yung strategy or yung technique para mag-solve ng mga worded problems. So, as to continue, so we have clock problems. So, one space in a clock is equivalent to 5 minutes. So, and equivalent also to 30 degrees. So if the minute hands moves distance x, the hour hands only moves distance x over 12. Angle between two hands is theta is equivalent to 60 h minus 11 m over 2. Positive if hour hands is ahead of minute hand and negative if minute hands is ahead of hour hand. So di ba, hindi natin maintindihan yan. Puro mga description lang naman yan, pero later papakita ko sa inyo kung ano yung mga pinagbabanggit yan. Where m is the equivalent divisions of minute hand and h is equivalent kay m over 12, then s is equivalent kay 60 o 60 times m. Yung h is for the hour hand movement, then yung s is for the second hand movement. So para mas maintindihan niyo, mag-sample problems tayo. Pero based doon sa binabanggit kanina na in every number daw po nung analog clock, we have 5 minutes, di ba? So ito 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and every 5 minutes daw is equivalent kay 60 degrees kapag inanggal daw po yun, no? Yun lang yung mga binanggit kanina. Pero masyadong, na siya. Laborious na kung iintindihin. Kaya nga, para mas maintindihan ninyo, mag-sample problems tayo para mas mapamiliarize ninyo or alam nyo kung anong gagawin kapag naka-encounter kayo ng mga clock problems. So, dun sa task ko, dyan sa task ko, may PowerPoint presentation dyan, which is yung discussion ng discussion ng yung problem mismo natin. So we have at how many minutes after 3 p.m. will the hour hands of the clock beat together for the first time, B, opposite each other for the first time, then letter C, perpendicular to each other for the first time. So we have letter A, solution, both hands beat together. So we have here, ito, pakitingnan dito letter A. So ganito po yung drawing yan. So we have 3 o'clock daw, no? At 3 o'clock. So, ito ay yung minute hand. Ito yung hour hand natin, which is 3 o'clock. Nakatutok sa 3 o'clock. Then, yung minute hand natin is nakatutok sa 12. Para masabi natin 3 o'clock yan. Pero, ang question is, anong oras daw magiging magkasama yung hour hand at saka yung minute hand? So, question is, yun, kailangan daw magsama yung hour hand at saka yung minute hand. Kumbaga magdidikit silang dalawa, no? So kapag gumagalaw yung minute hand, gagalaw din po yung hour hand. So sa paggalaw ng minute hand, we have x distance, and paggalaw po ng hour hand, we have x over 12 na distance, no? So therefore, kung ito yung natin, we have here gagalaw yung yung minute hand, tapos gagalaw yung hour hand natin. So ang problem diyan ay dapat maging ganito ang itsura niyan. So, kailangan magtapat daw yung minute hand dyan at nandito naman yung hour hand natin. So, the distance from 12 papunta dun sa minute hand, we have distance x po yan. No? Then, the distance from hour hand, ito, papunta dun sa hour hand, we have x over 12. Diba? Then, we could say na yung 12 to 3 is 15 minutes po yun, no? So, sabihin ko, yung total, which is yung x, yung kabuuan niya, di ba? So, I could say x is equivalent kay yung sa loob, which is yung 15 ito. Ito. 15 to, di ba? 15. Yung dito sa 12, papunta doon sa 3 ay 15. Plus, yung tinakbo ng hour hand, which is from 3 to this point, we have x over 12 plus x over 12. So, dyan sa equation natin, which is ito, nasa taas, we have x minus x over 12 is equal to 15. So, transpose mo lang yung itong value na to doon sa kabila. We have x minus x over 12 equals 15. Therefore, x is equivalent kay 16.36 minutes. So, at 3 and 16.36 minutes, dun po magtatama yung hour hand tsaka minute hand natin, no? Magkasama na silang, o kumbaga magkatapat na sila. Magkadipit pala. No? So, yan. Yan po yung para sa letter A. Then, for letter B, both hands will be opposite. So, tingnan nyo dito ang figure. So, we have here 3 o'clock ulit. May 3 o'clock ulit tayo na oras. Ito, 3 o'clock. Ito, 3 o'clock. Tapos, ang question daw, both hands will be opposite. So, magkatapat daw yung hour hand at minute hand. So, ibig sabihin, ito po yung magiging itsura niyan. Ito yung hour hand natin. Tapos, ito yung magiging minute hand natin. So, lalabas, we have here, ito is 180 degrees or equivalent kay 30 minutes. So, ito ay 30 minutes natin to. Then, yun, pwede na tayo mag-solve. So, distance, this point, papunta dun sa dito, is sabihin kong si x. Yun yung distance traveled by the minute hand. Then, the distance traveled from this point sa 3, papunta dito, will be x over 12. Ito. X over 12. Therefore, itong kabuuan na x, sasabihin ko yan ay yung x is equivalent kay yung sa loob, which is ito, from 12 to 3, we have 15 minutes plus itong distance ng hour hand, we have here x over 12 tapos itong tinakbo, which is 30 minutes. So, lalabas transpose lang. Therefore, lalabas yung x which is equivalent kay 49.09. Okay. Dun sa sagot sa taas, ang nakalagay kasi dyan is x minus 15 minus x over 12. So, transpose mo na yung 15 sa kabila, magiging negative 15. Transpose mo to sa kabila, magiging negative x over 12. No? So, lalabas we have 49.09. At 3 and 49.09 minutes, doon po magkakaroon ng opposite ang hour hand at minute hand. No? Okay. For letter C, we have here both hands are perpendicular. Ibig sabihin naman po, yung hour hand at minute hand natin forming a 90 degrees angle. No? So, lalabas, ito yung first drawing natin, which is 3 o'clock. We have here 3 o'clock. Ang pinapahanap po is kailangan ay magkaroon ng 90 degrees. So, lalabas, yung tinakbo ng minute ng hour hand ay yan, which is x over 12. Ang tinakbo ng minute hand ay kailangan ay maka-form ng 90 degrees. So, ibig sabihin, ito dapat ay 90 degrees. Okay? Si 90 degrees is equivalent kay 15 minutes. Tama? Therefore, erase ko na muna ng kabila. Ito. Yung distance travel ulit, ito, papunta dito. So, yung travel time ng minute hand will be equivalent kay x. So, kabuuan po siya. X is equivalent kay yung buong travel dyan, itong sa loob. So, lalabas ay 15 agad, tama? So, lalabas yan, we have 15 plus itong travel na to, x over 12 plus yung travel nito, 15 ulit, which is yung 90 degrees perpendicular. Therefore, we have x equivalent kay 32.73. So, at time 3 o'clock and 32.73 p.m., magkakaroon ng perpendicular angle ang hour hand tsaka minute hand. Okay. So, next problem. So, we have the hour, minute, and second hands turn around the same center of a watch. In how many seconds after 4 o'clock will the hour hand and be halfway between the minute and second hand? So, we have here x is the number of second hand, then second hand moves. Then x over 60 is the second hand minute hand move. X over 60 over 12. Kumbaga, itong X is yung galaw ng second hand natin. Then yung X over 60 is galaw ng minute hand pero converted into seconds. Then yung galaw ng hour hand natin, which is X over 60 times 12, is converted into seconds na siya. No? So, para mas maintindihan nyo, solve natin siya. Tingin kayo dito sa board para makita nyo kung paano ang magiging itsura niyan. So, from 4 o'clock daw, we have 4 o'clock here. Ito na ako para we have 4 o'clock. So, si 4 o'clock ay tatapat dun sa alas 4. Tapos, nandito yung red is the minute hand. Yung blue will be the second hand. Okay? So, the question is, at how many seconds daw, or in how many seconds after 4 o'clock will the hour hand halfway between minute and second hand. Between minute and second hand. Ibig sabihin daw, yung minute hand natin at yung second hand natin is hahatiin nung hour hand natin. Therefore, ang magiging itsura niyan ay yung paggalaw ng minute hand is nandito. Tapos yung galaw ng second hand natin is papasok siya dito. Siyempre, sa paggalaw ng minute hand, ang papagalawin ko muna yung second hand. Okay. So, dapat yung second hand daw ay nandito. So, sa paggalaw ng second hand, gagalaw din po yung minute hand. Tama? So, gagalaw din po to. Ang galaw nito is yung X over 60. Then, yung galaw ng second hand natin ay X. Ito yun. Diba? Then, syempre, sa paggalaw ng minute hand, tsaka paggalaw ng second hand, gagalaw din yung hour hand. Pero, maliit lang ang galaw ng hour hand compared sa minute hand. At, mas malaki naman yung galaw ng second hand compared sa minute hand. No? Okay. Lalabas, we have here yung galaw ng hour hand, which is ito. Yan. Which is distance of X over 12 times 60. Okay? So, lalabas, we have here angle. Dapat daw, kasi hahatiin daw halfway nung minute tsaka second hand yung hour hand. So, I could say na ito yung angle theta. Ito yung angle beta. Okay? So, the distance travel ng angle theta, ito. Nandito lang yung diningan natin yung theta. So, lalabas, from this point, di ba alas 4 yan? So, theta is equivalent kay, pag alas 4, ibig sabihin, kung nakatapat sa 4 yan, we have 20 minutes. Tama? 20 minutes. So, para makuha lang natin itong angle na to, itong distance na to ang kailangan natin eh. Yan. Yung theta na yan. So, para makuha natin yung distance na yan, yung distance na yan, is kailangan natin mahanap yung distance na to. So, sabihin ko siya si theta. No? So, lalabas, we have here, di ba, from 4 p.m., yung hour hand natin na 4, which is 20 minutes yun kung i-convert into minute hand. No? Then, lalabas dito ay X over 60. So, since kabuuan nito, kailangan itong i-minus yung X over 60. No? Tapos, yung theta pala ay hanggang dito ha. Hanggang dito sa time na to. Hanggang dyan. So, yan yung theta. So, lalabas, we have here minus X over 60. Tapos, mag-add ka pa, which is yung distance na to. Ito pala yung hinahanap natin theta. Yan dyan. Plus X over 12 times 60. Okay. So, ito po yun. Yung nasa taas na to. 20 plus X over 720 minus X over 60. Yung 720 is, 12 times 60. So, pag simplify, ito yung lalabas dyan. Then, for angle beta, beta yan. Yung kailangan natin distance ay ito. So, para ma-compute natin yan, we have here yung kabuuang X. So, beta beta is equivalent kay x minus, di ba, from 12 to 4, we have here 20 minutes ulit, minus 20 minutes. Tapos yung distance travel, which is ito, papunta dito, will be minus x over 720. So, ito po yun, yung nasa taas. Ito. So, pag simplify, lalabas 719x minus 14,400 over 720. Then, based na dun sa problem natin, our hand and halfway between the minute hand. So, ibig sabihin, pareho angle. So, ibig sabihin, si angle theta is pareho kay angle beta. Or yung distance travel nung ditong part is pareho sa ditong part. No? Ito po siya. So, ilagay mo lang yung substitute the value of theta, which is 14,400 minus 11x over 720. Ito siya. Then, convert din dito. Ito rin siya. Lalabas, we have x is equivalent kay 39.452 seconds. No? So, calculate nyo lang po yan. Lalabas yung sagot dyan. Try natin solve. So, we have here 14,400 minus 11x over 720 equals 719 at alpha x minus 14,400 over 720. Then shift solve. Lalabas we have 39.45. Ito, makita. Ito. We have here 39.45205479 seconds. Okay? So, yun. Then, we have additional problems to be solved by 1 to 25. So, 25 problems po yan. So, isa-isahin po natin siya ngayon. No? So, we have here, yan po yung problem sa taas para at least mas maintindihan ninyo. Next word na lang tayo. Problem number 1. A doctor's age 8 years ago is 2/3 the age 13 years hence. How old is he now? Okay? So, from the look of our problem, so we have age problem. So, first is the age problem. Sabi daw, a doctor's age 8 years ago. So, we have solution number 1. So, sabi, yung doctors, sabi ko nung nakaraan, di ba, last video, kailangan marunong tayo mag-comprehend ng problem at the same time, alam natin na yung is equivalent or equal ang sign nun. Then, kapag mga hence, mga past tense, ibig sabihin nakaraan yon, or ago, nakaraan, ibig sabihin minus siya. Pag after or basta yung naka-present tense, naka-future tense, ibig sabihin magpa-plus tayo ng edad. So, at isa pa sa mga ko is kung ano yung mga letters na binanggit, yun na din yung ginagamit ko as variables para at least mas madali nila yung pag-solve, no? So, we have problems here. Additional problems. So, a doctor's age 8 years ago is 2/3 his age 13 years hence. How old is he now? Okay. So doctor. So, sabihin kong si D yung doctor, no? So, a doctor's age daw 8 years ago. So, minus 8 is. So, ibig sabihin equals 2/3. So, we have here 2/3 his age 13 years hence. So, edad ng doktor 13 years hence. Ibig sabihin 13 years. Parang ngayon, papuntang 13 years, magiging 2/3 na lang daw yung edad niya. No? So, how old is he now? So, ito na yung equation natin. So, pag kinompute po natin yan, we have here 3 times D minus 8 is equivalent kay 2 times D plus 13. So, we have here 3D minus 8 times 3 equivalent kay 24. 2D plus 26. Therefore, 3D minus 2D equals 26 transpose this plus 24. Therefore, ito, D is equivalent kay 50 years old. Okay? So, ito po yung sagot dun sa problem number 1. Okay, we have problem number 2. 2 years ago, a father was 4 times as old as his son. In 3 years, the father will only be 3 times as old as his son. How old was the father when his son was born? Okay? Delete ko na to. Ako mabura. Okay, so we have here 2 years ago daw. So, ang pinag-usapan dito yung father tsaka yung son. So, solution number 2. Solution number 2. So, we are talking about the father and the son. So, yun. 2 years ago daw, ibig sabihin, 2 years ago. So, mag-minus tayo ng 2. Father was 4 times. So, si father, nung 2 years ago, was 4 times, 4 na beses daw na yung edad ng anak. So, son, edad ng anak, minus 2 years ago din. Diba? Then, ito yung equation 1. Or, simplify natin, F minus 2 is equivalent kay 4S minus 8. Ito yung equation 1. Wag muna natin i-simplify. So, ito yung first sentence na lang. First sentence. Then, second sentence ito. In 3 years, so ibig paglipas ng 3 taon. So, si father daw, in 3 years, is equivalent kay 3 times as old as his son. So, 3 beses daw nung edad ng anak. Siyempre, makalipas din yung 3 taon. Second sentence. So, lalabas ito yung first equation natin, second equation natin. So, compute na natin yan, no? So, combining like terms, lalabas ito. Pag sinimplify yan, we have here, ito. Wait lang. Pag simplify, magkakalabas siya na ito, 4S minus 8 pag transpose sa kabila plus 2 minus F is equal to 0. So, lalabas yan ay 4S minus 6 minus F is equal to 0. Then, equation 1. Then, equation 2, transpose natin dito. Lalabas yan ay 3S plus 9 minus 3 minus F is equal to 0. So, ito ay 3S plus 6 minus F is equal to 0. Therefore, lalabas yan. We have here equation 2. So, pagsamahin natin itong equation 1 and equation 2, equation 1 and 2, we have here 4S minus 6 minus F is equal to 0, then 3S plus 6 minus F is equal to 0. Okay? Solving simultaneously, lalabas po dyan si father, which is 42, and si son, which is 12. No? Pero, ang tanong kasi is ilan daw yung edad ng tatay nung pinanganak yung anak. No? So, ibig sabihin, kung 12 years old na yung bata, so pinanganak, or yung edad ng tatay nung pinanganak yung bata is 30. So, kasi nga, 42 minus 12 is 30. No? So ito, pag sinolve mo to simultaneously, is equivalent to 42 and 12. Pero yun nga, may easiest way para ma-compute natin yung two equations to unknowns, no? So, hindi na tayo gagamit ng by eliminations, by addition and subtraction para mag-eliminate. So, ang gawin na lang natin, so we have here two equations, two unknowns, kaya yan isolve ni calculator, no? Ito po siya, para mas maintindihan ninyo. Okay, so we have here mode. Hanapin nyo lang yung mode, tapos punta kayo sa equation. Iba kasi yung calculator, pag ibang calculator ang gamit, wait lang, para tayo ibang calculator. We have here mode, equation number 5, hanapin nyo yung EQN. Tapos, two equations, two unknowns siya. Ibig sabihin, number 1 na kayo simultaneous, tapos two unknowns. Dito naman, ito ay number 1. Shift, mode 5.1. Mode 5.1 para sa ganitong calculator. Then, itry nyo lang na isulat yung 4, 6, and F. So, i-arrange mo lang siya into ABC. Yung isang C is yung whole number. So, i-arrange mo lang ito into ganito. We have here 4, S minus F minus 6 is equal to 0. Then, we have here 3S minus F plus 6 is equal to 0. So, yun yung pagkakapasunod niya. So, ilagay mo lang, we have here 4 equals F. So, negative 1 yan. Tapos, negative 6. Tapos, 3, negative 1, then positive 6. Then, equals lang. Lalabas, negative 12 and negative 42. So, first, lumabas is yung son. Then, yung next na lalabas is yung father. No? So, yun. We have here 6 and negative 6. So, lalabas 12, ano na. So, dito sa ganitong calculator, dapat ay naka-equals po sa dito yung whole number sa kabila. So, lalabas na ay equals positive 6 equals negative 6. Sa ganitong calculator, we have here ganun din, equals din. We have here 4, negative 1, positive 6, then 3, negative 1, tapos negative 6 equals. We have here 12 and 42. So, yung first term, kasi ito yung S natin yung unang-unang dito, ibig sabihin, yan yung edad ng son. So, yung unang lalabas na X dyan is yung son, then yung susunod na value is yun yung father's, ano. So, lalabas, we have here father, which is 42, and son, which is 12. So, pinanganak, yung edad ng tatay na pinanganak yung bata is 30 years old. So, the answer will be 30 years old dyan, no? For question number 2. Okay? Next problem. Elmer is 36 years old and his daughter is 8 years old. In how many years will Elmer's age be twice his daughter? Okay? So, erase ko ulit. Hirap naman librahan to. Okay. So, we have here number 3, problem number 3. So, we have solution number 3. Elmer is 36 years old and his daughter is 8 years old. In how many years will Elmer's age be twice his daughter? So, ilang taon daw para magkaroon ng dalawang beses yung edad ng anak kumpara dun sa tatay na si Elmer, no? So, we have here Elmer plus yung X. Ito yung taon na kung saan ay magiging doble po yung edad ng bata, no? So, Elmer's at kaya nag-plus X tayo kasi nga yung in the near future yung yung in-anticipate natin dito. So si Elmer sa ganitong taon is magpapareho daw doon sa dalawang beses ng edad ng daughter nung ganong taon din, di ba? So yan po yung magiging natin, equation. Then we all know that Elmer is 36 now and his daughter is 8 years old. So lagyan niyo na yung 36 years old plus x is equivalent kay 2 times yung d, which is 8 plus x. Lalabas, we have here 36 plus x is equivalent kay 16 plus 2x. Then, we have here 36 transpose this minus 16 is equivalent kay 2x transpose this minus x. We have here 20 is equivalent kay x. So, 20 years dapat, in 20 years po, magkakaroon ng dalawang beses na edad na yung Elmer compared sa edad ng bata. So, kung 20 years, 28 siya, plus 28, in 20 years baga, magiging 28 na yung edad ng bata, plus yung edad naman ni Elmer ay magiging 56. So, doble nga, no? Okay. We have another problem, number 4. Ayaw magpabura to. Wait lang. We have here problem number 4. Alan is 28 years old when his son was born. In how many years will Alan be thrice as old as his son? Okay. So, parang same siya ng problem number 3. So, solution number 4. We have here yung edad ni Alan in ganitong taon ulit is thrice as old as nung son plus x. Okay? So, lalabas we have here yung edad ni Alan ngayon is 28. 28 plus x equals yung edad ng bata nung 28 years old pa lang si Alan is wala pa kasi nga kakapanganak pa lang niya. So, lalabas we have here 0 plus x. Therefore, x is equivalent kay 14 years old. So, kung 14 years old na yung bata, si Alan ay 28 plus 14. So, 28 is divisible by 2 plus another 14. So, ibig sabihin, thrice na 14 siya, di ba? Tatlong 14 yung kalalabasan ng edad ni Alan. After 14 years. Ito. Okay? Next problem tayo. Ito ba? The sum of parents' age is twice the sum of the children's age. Then, 4 years ago, the sum of the parents' age was thrice the sum of the children's age. In 16 years, the sum of the age of the parents and child will be equal. How many children are there? So, pagbasa pa lang ng worded problems, parang nag-ano tayo ng riddle or ang tawag nito. Riddle nga. Yung ano talaga mo, bro? Okay, so we have here the sum of parents' age is twice the sum of the children's age. So let's say solution number 6. Sabihin ko yung P is sum of parents' age, no? Sum of parents' age. Then sabihin ko yung C is sum of children's age. Then sabihin ko yung x is the number of children. Number of children. Okay? So yun yung magiging legend natin. So first, the sum of parents' age is twice the sum of the children's age. So first equation, the sum of parents' age is twice the children's age. So yan yung unang equation natin. Then pangalawa, 4 years ago, the sum of parents' age was twice the sum of children's age. So 4 years ago daw. So yung sum ng parents' age 4 years ago times 2. Kasi nga, yung edad ng nanay at yung edad ng tatay, dalawa yung parents mo, may nanay tsaka may tatay ka, hindi kasama yung kabit. No? Then, 4 years ago daw, the sum of parents' age was, between, may equal, was thrice the sum of the children's age. So, ibig sabihin, yung sum ng children's age minus 4 years ago at yung dami ng bata. No? Then, in 16 years, the sum of the age of the parents and children will be equal. So, in 16 years daw, between yung sum of parents' age ng 16 years times 2 ulit is mag-i-equal dun sa edad ng mga bata plus 16x, no? So pag pinagsama natin, pag sinimplify natin to, pag sinimplify po yan, ang kakalabasan po yan ay c minus 12x equals negative 8. Then pag sinimplify din to, lalabas dyan ay negative c minus plus 16x equals 32. No? Then we have here yung P which is equivalent kay 2. Ito, equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. So, solving simultaneously, yan. So, pag pinagsama-sama natin yan, makakapag-solve tayo ng value, no? So, dito ay solve na natin to. Maka-cancel yung ito. Pag nag-plus tayo, cancel yan. Tapos lalabas dito ay 4x equals 32 minus, wait. Hold on. 32 minus 8 is equivalent kay 24. 24. Then, 24 divide 4 is equivalent kay 6. X is equivalent kay 6. Therefore, there are 6 children yung parents. No? May 6 na anak dun sa problema nating sinosolve. Okay? Next. Sinubstitute pala yung value ng 2p dito ha. Yung p is equivalent kay 2c. So, nilagay itong 2c dito, yung 2c dito, para makapag-buo tayo ng ganitong equation ha. Okay? Next. Next problem. The sum of age of parents and 3 children is 9 decades, over a century. Then we have here, the father is twice as old as the eldest child. When the eldest child was born, the sum of the parents' age was 54. When the youngest was born, the sum of the parents' age was 70. In 38 years, the sum of the parents' age will be equal to the sum of the children's age. How old is the second child? Malay ko sir kung sino yung second child, tsaka anong edad yun. Okay. So sa pagbasa para ng problem, ang haba-haba na, di ba nakakatamad, tapos di pa natin maintindihan. Pero yan, kailangan natin siyang intindihin kasi requirement siya. Okay. Isusulat ko lang yung mga importanteng bagay dito or equations tapos kayo na mag-solve, no? So we have here the sum of the age of parents and 3 children are 9 decades. So ibig sabihin, let's say yung F is yung father. Wait lang. Solution. Number 7. Okay, let's say yung F is the father. M is the mother. Tapos, tatlong anak, di ba? So, we have C1, first child. Si C2 is yung second child. Then, si C3 is yung third child. Okay. So, we have here the sum of the ages of parents. So, sum ng parents daw. So, si father plus yung nanay plus yung edad ng unang anak plus yung edad ng pangalawang anak plus yung edad ng pangatlong anak is equivalent kay 9 decades over a century. So, si 1 century is 100 years yun. Then, 9 decades is 10 yung isang decades, di ba? So, 9 yun. 90 years yun. So, we have 190 years dito. No? 190 years. Then, number 2. The father, yung father daw, is twice as old as his eldest child. So, yung panganay yun, si C1. Then, next, equation 1. Equation 2. Then, next is, when the eldest child was born, the sum of the parents' age was 54. So, yung edad ng nanay plus yung tatay plus yung nanay minus yung edad ng pangalawa. When the eldest child was born, the sum of the parents' age was 54. So, minus 2C1 equals 54. Then, when the youngest was born, the sum of the parents' age was 70. So, we have here yung father plus yung mother minus nung youngest child pala is equivalent kay 70. Then, we have here, in 38 years, the sum of the parents' age will be equal to the sum of the children's age. So, we have here, yung parents' age in 38 years plus 38 times 2, kasi nga dalawa sila na magkakaroon ng additional 38, will be equal to the sum of their children's age. So, lalabas yan ay C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus 3 times 38. Okay? Okay. So, yan na. Pag solving simultaneously, lalabas dyan yung value natin, yung magiging answer. Kaya na tinuruan ko naman kayo sa first part ng algebra na mag-simplify, mag-eliminate, tapos pagsamahin yung mga like terms, di ba? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 unknowns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 equations, 5 unknowns, solvable. No? So we have here yung parents' age, father and mother age is equal to 114. Tapos we have here the age of the first child will be 30. Age ng second child will be 24 and the age of third child will be 22. So, ito po yung magiging answer dyan. Kaya na po maghula. or kayo na magpakita ng solusyon. No? Medyo mahaba-haba pag i-solve ko pa yung computation itong nandito. So we have equation 4, equation 3 pala, equation 4, and equation 5. So yan po yung magiging equation natin, tapos ito yung kakalabas ng sagot dyan. No? Okay? Number 8, geometric problems. The base of the isosceles triangle is 6 meters, shorter than its equal sides. If the perimeter is 87 centimeter, find the length of the bases. Okay? Okay. Solution number 8 tayo. We have here geometric problems. The base of an isosceles triangle. So, isosceles triangle have two equal sides. Then, 6 centimeters shorter than its equal sides. If the perimeter is 87, find the length of the bases. So, we could say that meron tayong triangle. Ito is pareho ang pareho yung length ng sides na yun. Then, yung the third side is 6 centimeters shorter. So, kung sasabihin ko itong si x at si x ito, lalabas ito ay x minus 6 centimeters. Kasi 6 centimeters shorter than its equal sides. Yan. Therefore, we have perimeter is equivalent kay, yung perimeter itong tatlo, di ba? X plus x plus x minus 6. X plus x plus x minus 6. Then we have here perimeter which is 87. 87 is equivalent kay x plus x plus x minus 6. So we have here 87 plus 6 is equivalent kay 3x. X is equivalent kay 31. So we have here 31. Then yung side na to, lalabas yan ay, ang pinapahanap pa sa ay find the length of the base. So ito yung base natin, yung x minus 6. So we have here 31 minus 6 is equivalent kay 25 centimeter. So length ng base of base. Okay? Yan. Next, the width of the rectangular is 9. The length is 1 centimeter shorter than the diagonal. Find the length of the diagonal. Okay? Solve na natin para we have here problem number 9. So, the width of the rectangle is 9 cm. So, we have here rectangle na yung width is 9 cm. So, pwedeng sabihin ko ito yung 9 cm. Then, the length is 1 cm shorter than its diagonal. So, kung ito yung x na diagonal, ito ay x minus 1. Therefore, we have here Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem kasi right triangle to. Lalabas, we have here x squared is equivalent kay x minus 1 squared plus 9 squared. Then lalabas, x is equivalent kay 41 centimeter. So, therefore, the length of the diagonal will be 41 centimeter. No? Ito, madali na lang to. So, shift solve na lang tayo para at least ay hindi yan sa oras. So, we have here alpha x squared equals alpha equals alpha x squared alpha equals alpha x ulit minus 1 squared minus 9 squared. So, shift solve equals, so we have here plus pala to. Plus 9. Shift solve equals, we have here 41. Okay? 41 centimeter. Okay? So, number 10. Tapusin ko lang hanggang 11 para at least ay hindi ganun kalaki yung video at kahaba. Tapos yung 12 to 25 is dun sa next video ulit. So we have here solution number 10. the hypotenuse of the right triangle is 25 centimeter longer than its leg and 32 centimeters longer than the other leg. Find the area of the triangle. So we have here right triangle. We have the right triangle. Then, sabi daw, the hypotenuse of the right triangle is 25 cm longer than its leg. So, sabihin kong x yung isang leg. No? So, ilalabas yung ano natin is x plus 25. Yan yung hypotenuse. Then, one leg is 32 cm longer than the other leg. Then, ito is, sabihin kong x, ito ay tapos ito ay x lang. So, we have here 32 cm. X plus, ano to? 32 cm longer than the other leg. The hypotenuse of the right triangle is 25 cm longer than one leg and 32 cm longer than the other leg. Okay. Baliktad. So, let's say na yung hypotenuse natin is yung x natin. Ito. So, ibig sabihin daw, yung isang leg natin is mas maliit ng 32 cm compared dun sa sa hypotenuse. X minus 32 to. Then, yung isa is 25 cm shorter dun sa hypotenuse natin. X minus 25 yung dito. Therefore, ito yung magiging basehan natin ng equation, lalabas dyan, hypotenuse lang, Pythagorean theorem. We have x squared is equivalent kay x minus 25 squared plus x minus 32 squared. Therefore, lalabas x is equivalent kay 17. Since naka-x squared po siya, dalawang value yung ibibigay na sagot niya, no? So, pero yung mas maliit po ata ang kailangan dyan para maka-achieve natin yung tamang sagot. We have here alpha x squared equals alpha x minus 25 squared plus alpha x minus 32 squared. So, lalabas dyan ay we have here x is equivalent kay 17. Siyempre, kung ang hypotenuse natin ay 17, tapos nag-less ng 25, so negative na yung distance na dito. Same din dito, negative. So, ibig sabihin yung 17 is mali agad yun. No? So, let's try to find another value of x. So, we have shift solve. Increase natin yung value ng x natin. So, we have here another x which is 97. So, 97 yung gagamitin natin na value ng hypotenuse. So, lalabas, we have here yung base natin which is 97 minus 32. So, lalabas yan ay 97 minus 32 is equivalent kay 65 to. Then, 97 minus 25, we have here 72. So, to find the area of the triangle is equivalent kay 1/2 base height. So, we have 1/2 yung base which is 65, yung height which is 72. So, we have here 0.5 times 72 times 65. We have here 2,340 cm squared. Ito po yung area ng right triangle. Okay? Then, last problem for this video. We have a vertical pole was broken by the wind. The upper part still attached, reach a point in the level ground 15 feet from the base. If the upper part is 9 feet longer than the lower part, how tall was the pole? So, application pa rin siya ng algebra kasi nga, you are using variables x and y para makapag-solve ng value or para mahanap yung tamang value na hinihingi sa problem. Okay, so we have solution number 11. The vertical pole was broken by the wind. So, ibig sabihin daw, may plug pole tayo. Broken by the wind, the upper part is still attached, each at a point on the level ground. 15 feet from the base. Ibig sabihin daw, yung pole natin is naputol ng hangin. Kung naghangin to, humangin dyan. Naputol daw siya pero attached pa rin siya, pero yun nga, nag-bend siya, or natumba. So, ibig sabihin, naputol dito, tapos, natumba pa ganyan. Tapos, yung distance daw ng tumba nung pole is 15 feet. So, yan. Yan. So, nung tumumba na siya, 15 feet daw yung na-reach nung base, papunta doon sa base. If the upper part is 9 feet longer than the lower part, ibig sabihin, itong kabuuan na to, so sabihin kong, itong from this point to this point will be x. Tapos, syempre, sabi daw, yung upper part daw is 9 feet longer dun sa lower part, so ibig sabihin ito ay x plus 9. So, hanapin natin yung value nung itong buong height ng pole. Ibig sabihin yung height ng pole, height of pole is equivalent kay x plus 9. Kasi nga, ito, height ito plus yung ito. No? So, first, kailangan natin hanapin yung x. No? Buti pa yung x hinahanap. Okay? So, to find the x, we will be using Pythagorean theorem. We have here x plus 9 quantity squared is equivalent kay x squared plus 15 squared. Therefore, x is equivalent kay 8 feet. Therefore, height ng pole is dito lagay nyo lang 8 plus 9. Therefore, we have 25 feet. So, the height of the pole will be 25 feet. No? So, yan. That's it for today's video kasi nga masyadong mahaba na siya. Boring naman kapag sobrang haba na naman yung video. No? So, I do hope na may natutunan kayo dun sa mga problems na sinosolve natin at nakakuha kayo ng technique kung paano i-solve ang worded problems. Or kahit pa paano, mas may naintindihan kayo. No? So, kapag may questions kayo, you can message me through our group chat or pwedeng dun sa comment section ng YouTube channel. No? So, that's all. Thank you. I do hope na safe kayo, iwas sa COVID. No?